guys, big breaking news coming out when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. The US president says chance of Gaza peace deal really good as talk to continue in Egypt. And today is a very important day. It's the 2 years anniversary of the war that has started out there in Gaza and the Holy Land. October 7, 2023, when everything hit the fan. Alright, so 2 years later, we have a new commander-in-chief, Donald, and he's trying to end this biblical war. Alright, so this is a very important news here. A lot of updates is coming out today, and hopefully we get some good news. So we're going to see what's going on here, guys. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also description box. Thank you again for your support. Guys, later on there's going to be Patreon. That's another way to support the channel. Today, Patreon, $5 a month will get you access to our live stream. The link will be in the description box. Alright, before I start, I want to read a verse to you from the book of Psalms, chapter 27, verse 14. Wait on the Lord. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Psalms chapter 27, verse 14. Alright, so let's see what's going on with this news here. Indirect talks aimed at reaching a final agreement on a U.S. peace plan to end the war in the Strip are set to continue on Tuesday in the Egyptian city of Sharm el-Sheikh. I think that's how you pronounce the name. Alright, so yeah, palace and Egyptian officials have told the news that the session are focused on creating the field conditions for a possible exchange that would see the release of the Holy Land innocents in return for a number of palaced prisoners. The Holy Land Prime Minister said on Saturday that he hoped to announce the release of the innocent in the coming days. As the official met on Monday, the U.S. Commander-in-Chief told reporters at the White House, "We have a really good chance of making a deal. And it'll be a lasting deal." Hopefully, guys, because these last 2 years was brutal. I think it was, for the past 2 years, almost $50 billion was spent in this biblical war. And of course, the one that paid it was us, the sleeping giant. We keep sending all these equipments and money, so almost 50 billion was spent. That's a lot. That is a lot. So you have Hamas has said it agrees to the peace plan proposal in part, but has not responded to several key demands, including its disarmament and not having any future role in the gov of the Strip. So you guys already know, Donald said, look, I'm going to give you guys a deal. Release the innocents, and we will release the prisoners. It's going to be a swap, which they both agreed. Then Donald said, you guys are going to have to, put down your equipment, and you must surrender. And you can no longer be in power of the Strip. Now you will be taken care of, exiled to another country that will take care of you. But you guys will no longer be in power. You will now own nothing in the Strip. Now, again, those group is saying, okay, we're not going to agree on that. We're not going to give up like that. So a senior Holy Land security source said the talks initially would focus only on the release of the innocent and give Hamas a few days to complete that phase. The second day of the talks, which will see Egyptian and Qatari officials holding shuttle meetings with delegations from both the Holy Land and Hamas separately, will be taking place on the second anniversary of the you-know-who-led strike on southern Holy Land on October 7, 2023, in which about 1,200 were taken out, 251 others were taken. Now, the Holy Land military launched a campaign in the Strip in response, and since then, 67,160 have been taken out by Holy Land military operations in the Strip, including 18,000 young ones. That's a lot. That is a lot. I mean, that's, again, my condolences and prayers to the families and friends that lost a loved one. That's a lot. That's a big number there. The UN Secretary General Antonio said in a statement commemorating the October anniversary that the U.S. commander present an opportunity that must be seized to bring this tragic conflict to an end. UK Prime Minister Starmer reiterated his support for the plan in his statement, commemorating the anniversary, saying, "We welcome the U.S. initiative towards peace in the Mideast, and this Gov will do everything in our power to bring about the day where every young one of Holy Land can live peacefully alongside their palest neighbors in safety and security." Now it says here, these discussions are expected to be among the most consequential since the start of the biblical war, and could determine whether a path towards ending the conflict is finally within reach. Now, U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, U.S. Commander's son-in-law, look at this, haven't heard this name in a while, Jared, and Qatari Foreign Minister are among those attending. Man, this person been really quiet for a very long time. This is Jared Kushner. Very quiet. The U.S. commander, writing on social media, has urged everyone involved in efforts to end the Strip war to move fast, and says he has been told the first phase of the peace plan, which includes the innocents' release, should be completed this week. On Monday, he told reporters at the White House that these group has been agreeing to things that are very, very important. So I really think we're going to have a deal, the U.S. commander said. A palace officials close to the negotiation told Reuters news agency that the first session ended late Monday evening, and more talks were due to take place on Tuesday. Now you have state-affiliated news, I'm going to skip that name, also said talks would continue on Tuesday, and that the first day had ended amid a positive atmosphere. Now the 20-point plan, which has been agreed upon by U.S. Commander and the Holy Land Prime Minister Benjamin, proposes an immediate end to fighting and the release of 48 innocents, only 20 of whom are thought to be alive, in exchange for hundreds of detained Gazans. Man, that is very sad. Again, my condolences and prayers to the families and friends that lost their loved ones. If you guys hear a sound in the background, again, you have again, my young ones are just playing around and stuff like that, and we do have neighbors, and everybody just, I guess, having a good time today. What is it, Tuesday? So, all right, so again, it feels like a Sunday. All right, so it says here the plan stipulates that once both sides agree to the proposal, full aid will be immediately sent into the Strip. All right, and they need that. They truly need that, guys, because there's famines. There's some famines going on. So it also states that Hamas will have no role. You hear that? No role in governing the Strip, and it leaves the door open for an eventual Palestine state. However, after the plan was announced, give me a second here, guys. After the plan was announced publicly a week ago, Benjamin reinstated his long-standing opposition to a Palestine state, saying in the video statement, it's not written in the agreement. We said we would strongly oppose a palace state. On Friday, Hamas responded to the proposal in a statement in which the group agreed to release all the Holy Land prisoners, both living and the one that passed, according to exchange formula contained in the U.S. commander proposal, if the proper conditions for the exchanges are met. It did not specifically mention or accept the U.S. commander 20-point plan, but it said it renews its agreement to hand over the administration of the Strip to a palace body of independents, the Tonocrats, based on palace national consensus and Arab and IS support. I'm using certain code words here, guys. And it says here, the statement made no mention of the demands that Hamas agreed to its disarmament and to play no further role in the governance of the Strip. It added that the part of the proposal dealing with the future of Strip and the rights of palace people was still being discussed within a national framework of which it said Hamas will be a part. So hopefully all this ends. It'd be nice if it ends today on a 2-year anniversary. It'd be nice if, the innocents are released to the loved ones. Many palace describe Hamas' response to the peace plan as unexpected. After days of indication that the group was preparing to reject or at least heavily condition its acceptance of the U.S. commander peace plan proposal. Instead, the groups refrained from including its traditional red lines in the official statement, a move many interpret as a sign of external pressure. European and Middle East, leaders have welcomed the proposal, and once again, the Palace Authority, which governs parts of the Holy Land occupied West Bank, has called the U.S. commander efforts sincere and determined. Persia, here we go, Iran. Persia, which has been one of the group's main sponsors for many, many, many years, has also now signaled its support for the U.S. commander and the Strip peace plan. Wow. Okay, so that's something. That's amazing. So you have Iran, Persia agree with Donald when it comes to ending this biblical war. The Holy Land bombardment continued in several parts of the Strip on Monday ahead of the talks beginning. Holy Land is carrying out an offensive in the city, which it has said it's aimed at securing the release of the remaining innocents. Alright, so I'm just going to skip a lot of this stuff here, guys. There's still, look at this here, guys. I'm just going to highlight this one here. So there's still BODIES. We cannot retrieve from areas under the Holy Land control. Wow. Hundreds of thousands of the Gaza city residents have been forced to flee after the Holy Land military ordered evacuation to a designated humanitarian area in the south, but hundreds of thousands more are believed to have remained. Holy Land Defense Minister has warned that those who stay during the offensive will be In the last 24 hours, 21 pallets have been taken out in the Strip and a further 96 entered, the group-run health ministry said in its latest update. International journalists have been banned by the Holy Land from entering the Strip independently since the start of the biblical war, making verifying claims from both sides difficult. Alright, so that's where we at. Very important update. The U.S. commander says chance of Strip peace deal, the Strip city, a peace deal, really good, as talk to continue in Egypt. So you do have some very important people out there, including the U.S. commander's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. He's out there. So again, hopefully we get some good news. But keep your eyes open. These nation against nation is all written in the scriptures. The Holy Land especially is written in the scriptures. Egypt is written in the scriptures. So we are seeing, we've spoken of peace and safety. We are definitely seeing that right now. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I got some more videos coming up. And again, thank you so much for your support. Till next time later. Peace.